Hi, Leo, and welcome to your weekly read. This is going to be what is most important for this week. This is where your sun, moon, rising, Venus, as well as your north node. This is going to be whatever comes up. This could be love, life. It could be work, career, one situation, that you're in. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's dive in and take a look what's going on for Leo. All right. Hope all is well, Leo, and you're doing fantastic and things are going great. Do note that I do have a 25% off my 30-minute reads. I'm actually opening up for 5 people only. If you're interested, click the link up here or my description box below. It's going fast, couple days left, all right? So do note this, my Valentine's Day, thank you for all the love, all right? So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Keep it coming, all right? Let's take a look at some energy, some wisdom energy that's going to be really important for you this week. What's most important for Leo this upcoming week? What is it? What do we have? Ooh, I like this. Possess self-confidence, all right? And, maybe this is just a good reminder, right? It could be a good reminder for some of you, all right? So this is really focusing in on your solar plexus chakra, guys. So, no one knows you better than yourself. And this is focusing in on not trying to fill anyone's expectations but your own, okay? Whatever your soul's blueprint is, focusing in on that, okay? I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul, okay? When you've got that strong sense of self, that really is powerful. Then you can actually fully understand and the choices that you need to make, and you're a lot more sure of it. Okay, so trust yourself enough that you can access the wisdom within your soul here, because it belongs to you. And don't miss the opportunities that your guides are kind of throwing in your path here, by following someone else's footsteps. Never lose the courage of your convictions on what it is that you want, okay? Because you are a very courageous soul, and you're choosing to come back in this dimension, of illusion limitations. So it's time to right now, boom, channel that courage for you. Channel that courage, okay? So whatever you do this week, keep in mind, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Write that down in the description box below, guys, or excuse me, I should say in the comments below, because that way you put it out there and you empower that strength. You put it out and set that intention for the universe, to summon up that energy within you, and so you can ride that, okay? Let's take a look at anything else that'll be most important for Leo during this time. Let's take a look. Well, what else do we have going on for Leo? Anything more that is in their wisdom at this moment? 1, 2, 3. Here it is. What is it? What do we get? What boundaries need to be created or strengthened in my relationships? Ooh, that's a really good question. Okay, guys, it might have to do with, for some of you, it could be your, relationships, having the courage, right? So healthy boundaries are very, very key. And I think the first thing to remember is to get in tune with your own needs, your own desires, and your own feelings, okay? Because it's key. It's like if you believe that you're worthy of them, in your relationships is so essential. So you've got to really focus in on that. Possess that self-confidence, right? And to know where it's definitely important to know where they end and when you begin. If you need help with that, check out my boundary course, how to recognize unhealthy boundaries, in my description box below or up here, okay? So, just keep that in mind, all right? So I think this is important because know that you have everything within you, and so do they, and you're worthy of your needs, and you set boundaries based on what is best for you. Just like that self-confidence, you're doing what is important for you. And that's going to be important. It's safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. Even, you are an empath, and you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff, right? So that's what comes through here. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right. So let's take a look and see what is most important for you as we go through. Let's just take a look at where you're at, okay? So Okay, so I get the Five of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and I get it in reverse. So the Five of Swords is really talking about, like, in reverse, it's about reconciliation. It is about regret from a compromise, maybe past resentments of some sort. Interesting. Now, it could be revenge when it's in the reverse. Give me a couple more cards. I need to see a little bit more that comes through. Okay, give me a little bit more that comes through here. There could be something having to do with your relationships around you. Oh, wow. There could be a reconciliation with some sort of new beginning in a connection or situation. All right. Doesn't have to be. Okay. But what I'm getting is air energy, and I'm getting, the Fool card. This is focusing in on new beginnings. So if this is a reconciliation for some of you, it could be a new beginning, right? And then I get the Eight of Pentacles, and that talks about, getting, this could be commitment and mastery towards what it is, your skill or talent of some sort. Some of you are starting on a new job. Some of you are starting in a new industry, and some of you are having some reconciliation of what it is that you do, and maybe just doing something a little bit different, or a new beginning in a connection or situation after a lot of focus in a lot more education on how to move forward. So you know what that is for you, but I get earth energy, my gosh, and I get a lot of, air energy coming through. But there's a new beginning. Some of you could be going to school to master your skill set. That could be the case as well. It's about a change that is taking place for you. Okay, so some sort of shift and change that is taking place is going to be super important there. All right, so new beginnings, being able to move forward, and interesting too, because the Five of Swords, for some of you, let me just see, it could be some sort of new beginning. I think that you have, it could be that, I don't think that you're focused in on your selfishness and a desire for power, because it's in reverse. If it was straight up, I think, okay, that's, more self-destruction. Okay. So I think that you're working on yourself and going through some sort of change, and you're not going to be lured in, to some sort of web. You've changed and you've had some sort of new beginning. For some of you, that seems to be coming through. Okay. So I feel that could be the case for some of you as well. Give me a little bit more. Okay. Let's find out a little bit more that comes through. What else do we have for you in current circumstances? What comes through? Because, with the Eight of Pentacles, you're following your intuition as you move forward. So it could be that right now it's kind of like, as you push forward, you could be focusing in on finding a new hobby or something that you truly enjoy, and you're starting a new project, and you're using your intuition in the situation. I just feel that you're mastering something. You are just honing in on your skills with mastering. You're paying attention to a lot of the details in whatever it is that you do, Leo. You're paying attention to the details, and you're using your tuition as a GPS system. Okay, just like the spider's a master of their craft, right? Against all odds, weaves this intricate web, right? And the Eight of Pentacles is all about that. So you're becoming really good at something. I think you're honing in onto your intuition too. You could be kind of diving into that quite a bit as well. Anything more for Leo, current circumstances that comes through? What do we get? Yeah, there's a change. There's a change. So some sort of shift and change that is going through. Oh man, beautiful. So you're making a change. Some of you, like I said, you're changing jobs, you're changing the situation, industry, you're changing, and you're focusing more on your intuition. And mastering that as you did, perhaps, your mind, your understanding that your intuition is just as important as your mind. Okay. And that's what I get coming through. All right. Anything more that is going to be key? What else do we get? What else do we get? Healing past generational wounds. Okay. I think what you're doing is you're changing, and you're trying to cope differently, and you're seeing the patterns, and what you're doing is you're creating new, healthier patterns that make you feel better. Okay. That just make you feel better. So note your comments, guys, if that is the case. Now let's take a look at what comes through. I do get the Hierophant. Now, interesting, because the Hierophant is in reverse. So, why is that coming through that way? So it could be that there is a rebellion against something. Maybe there's a rebellion. Maybe you're challenging traditions, and I think that is what is causing perhaps some sort of anxiety, because this would be following in, traditions. You're doing something a little bit different. Maybe that's a little bit on the fringe, a little bit of, what's socially acceptable and what's not. And this is, Taurus energy is what I'm getting. So there is some sort of rebellion, challenging tradition, and it's like you're not conforming. You're doing something different, and you are focusing in on pushing forward. Okay. So, this is interesting. Give me another card on this. I have to get the more on the thread here to see if anything else comes through. So that's that card alone. Give me a little bit more within this. The Magician energy. You're creating your own magic. Man. And then I get the Two of Wands. Two of Wands in reverse. So that would be, I don't know. This is about focusing in on planning. What's going to be really important is that you focus on planning something out, all right? Because you're the Magician energy, and you can manifest of having all the tools, the sword, the pentacle, the cup, and the wand. It's like you can create what it is that you want. You have everything at your disposal at this moment. Everything is before you. What's interesting is you've got the 0 card here, and then you've got the 1 card here, the Magician energy. So this new beginning, it's about making sure that you plan something. Maybe that you didn't plan for not following the less traditional side. Again, that could be the case. And so what you're doing is manifesting what you want. Give me more on this. See what more comes out here, okay? Let's just take a look. Now, the Son of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. This is moving forward. Moving forward, being very direct, focused, and daring. Make sure that you're not a perfectionist, that you don't get stuck in on that, because that's going to be key. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then, I get the Mother of Swords. Moving forward, I get the Knight of Swords, and I do get the Mother of Swords. This is having a keen sense of perception, being very wise. Ooh, there's something about you not conforming, and of being so disciplined. And I feel that in some way, yes, you need to make a plan. Yes, you need to, focus in and manifest and be that visionary, but you've got a keen sense of perception of where you're going. You're being very wise, and you're doing it I think it balances you out. Like, this is really for you. Whatever it is that you're doing or thinking about doing, it's really for you. Because it agrees with your energy. I get a lot of air energy coming through. Gemini is coming through here, but you have this keen sense of perception of the vision that you want. And it says, okay, you might need to plan, but let's get a little bit more cards on this. What else do we have coming through? This is about loving your environment, making a change. This is another 8 card, making a change in matters of the heart or in your environment. Maybe for some of you, you want to move and it's causing you anxiety about where you're at right now. You're wanting to move. And what else is coming through here? Karmic completion. You're ending a karmic cycle. That's why the chick came through here. The Fool card and the Magician coming through here. You're ending a karmic cycle and beginning a new one. Wow. Okay. Anything more? Forgiveness. You're letting the past go. This really, again, might have to do, guys, bringing us back to when we talked about, healing the generational wounds, the past ones, and learning to cope differently. And now you're trying new patterns. You're visualizing, and this is about a different way of planning and moving forward. You're doing things differently. Some of you are learning to plan better. And that right there is getting you right in alignment. I do get forgiveness for yourself and others. Maybe if you were in a karmic connection of some sort, but your heart yearns for a new environment. So it's causing you a little bit of anxiety here. Okay. Anything more that's going to be important for you here? I am going to pull a card on anything that can help you here. What else comes through? What do we get? Trip the light. Fantastic. Wow. This is you dancing with the universe. This is using the universe as your guide. That's why we got the magician. And I feel that's, I think that's why we got the magician and having that keen sense of perception coming through here. Okay. But because it's time to start dancing with the universe, listening to your intuition, right? Listening to your intuition, possessing the self-confidence and being able to move forward. Okay. This is especially after some sort of, I don't know, some sort of I don't know. I feel like, she's going towards the light. Look at her just going towards the light. Whatever brings you light, that's what you're going towards. Look at this magician card going towards the light. It's kind of like, here's where the light's coming from. I'm looking towards the light. I'm bringing in balance with the 8 card. I just feel that you've got the mindset is focusing in on, that an opportunity to trust your body and surrender to the rhythm of the universe, right? So you're listening to yourself. You're listening to yourself. It's like you're listening to the rhythm of the body, when to hold firm, on something, when to pause, and then when to flow. So just allow yourself to feel the universe guiding you through the sensuality of every single move that you take. Yeah. Wow. You're dancing with the universe, right? You're in harmony with the universe. This is what is causing you anxiety is out of harmony with the universe. What you do want to do is get back in harmony with the universe and with your soul here. What's going to help you in this? What do we get? So we've got the 8 of Swords. Let's take a look. Let's go a little bit more on this thread here. So the 8 of Swords talks about, maybe that feeling trapped, restricted, or victimized. And what do I get? And then I get the, what is this? The 7 of Swords. That's okay. This is the 7. That is the 8. So the 8 is focusing in on trapped, restricted and feeling powerless or paralyzed in some sort, like feeling like a victim. And then I get the 7 of Swords just before that, right? Even right after that, I should say. But what this talks about is maybe because of betrayal, a betrayal stemming from sneakiness. So your advice is to give me one more card. What else comes through? Let's take a look. What else do we get? Justice, bringing that imbalance. Man, this is some tough energy to cut through, guys. You had some sort of, like you felt victimized from a betrayal, and what you're doing is that you're bringing justice. Could be dealing with a Libra or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is balancing out your light and dark side. So with Justice, the Libra energy, I feel that you are focusing in on karmic justice. And again, you've ended a karmic cycle and it's a 10, so it's come to the end, right? So you've got the balance that you needed. So whatever sneakiness or victimization that you felt in the past, I feel that was like the generational stuff. And now you're possessing a lot more self-confidence. You're heeding your intuition as you move forward, right? And you're making the changes to end some sort of generational, healing of the past, forgiving, is that process. And you're going with the flow, like you're working with the universe through this process with that magician energy. And then you're getting some sort of balance, because this is what can help you get to definitely know in the mind, what was the sneakiness, why you felt victimized, why you were betrayed, or why you felt betrayed. And then I get the Justice card balancing things out. And then what do I get? What is this? The 8 of Wands. Wow. The 8 of Wands is now there's travel, change, and sudden movement, just like lightning. Boom. It comes right in and you get it. You totally get it. It comes right through. It creates change and balance. That vision that you had right here, you could see the 8, the infinity symbol, to bring in balance through, focusing in on using your resources effectively. Well, here's that 8 coming through for you. There's that balance. I'm looking for balance. He's looking one way, the sun's behind him, and now I've got my target, and now I'm focusing in on, I've made the change. The change has happened, okay, is what I get. Bottom of the deck, there's the infinity symbol. Look at this, 11 card, strength. having the strength and now being able to move forward, having the strength and through this process. Oh, I love this. You're showing up in your own read. So I feel that this is an opportunity for you to use that your power within. Remember, I possess self-confidence. You have mastered your emotions. I just feel that you've mastered your emotions. All right. Sometimes you think of a lion, as being very, scary sometimes. But this is about the strength of this card is that there's a deeper force within. It's about, the lion represents our most patient, composed self, right? A master of focusing in on things and a master of compassion and self-control. So when this comes up, you're in need of harnessing this power of self-control, focus, and compassion for yourself, okay? All the courage that can be found in the muscle, and that muscle is in the heart of love. It's in the heart. So if you need to pull on that strength, you call on the love that you have for yourself, and that's going to be key, okay? That's what's going to be key, all right? Anything more that comes out for you? Let's take a look at the advice. That's your advice coming through here, okay? And what else? Abundance. Look at, now you get double eights. Look at all these eights that are coming through here, okay? Wow. So this is focusing in on abundance. Double scoop, okay? All right. And it could be in house of partnerships and relationships, starting with yourself, okay? And that's going to be key. Anything more in terms of advice coming through? What do we get? Dream redirection. I told you guys, I feel that you were moving towards some other, I don't know, you're moving in some sort of new direction. And if it's not a new direction, you're redreaming an old dream, and you're making, you are just like your life, like you've cleared out generational curse, generational wounds. And now you're listening to your body. You've ended that karmic cycle. And now there's a whole new dream redirection, right? And this being a 30 card, threes are all about communication. So I feel that you've got this opportunity to dream what you've always wanted. Okay. When life isn't going your way, boom, it's time to change direction. And this is the advice. Okay. Remember, guys, you're the director of your dreams, the ones that you have day and night, and you can orchestrate a change. Okay. So keep that in mind. If you face a challenge, maybe with an important person in your life, change the scene in a private meditation to the way you most wish it could be played out. Because life is a dream. You're the director, okay? You're the wardrobe consultant, and you're the writer, okay? So you can rewrite the scene that's truly going to satisfy you as you practice, directing your dreams. And as you do that, you can also direct your life, okay? So there's a dream redirection. I love this. Yay, guys. So let's take a look at moving forward and the steps that you need to take in terms of moving forward. So what is this that I get here? I get the Daughter of Wands. Now, the Daughter of Wands is like the Page of Wands coming through here. So that is an energetic, fresh ideas, being very, fearless, extroverted. You're kind of maybe getting out a little bit more. You're making discoveries. You could be, focusing in on a lot of cheerfulness after obstacles. And what do I get here? The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. After obstacles of material instability, focus on making sure that you're not recklessly spending and any sort of superficial, kind of thing. So really focus in on that. So you have with this coming on through with the page. Wait, this is in reverse. So this tells me maybe that you've been impatient. You've been impatient with your self-limiting beliefs that have caused conflict and kept you from, creating better finances in some sort of way, affected your independence, guys. This is what I am getting. I get fire energy and earth energy. It affected your independence and your stability in some sort of way. But you close that chapter off. So here's the redream coming in. It's swooping on in like a wave. And so now you're being the director of a new story. because what the steps are to make sure that you focus in to, don't focus on hastiness or self-limiting beliefs, or maybe you feel like you were lacking ideas because there was a lot of, complication around that. The Five of Wands there was a lot of complication around it. There was a lot of maybe competition, aggression, or conflicts. Maybe you grew up in that kind of manner and it affected your stability. I was listening to a psychologist, I should say, online. And what she talked about is that, when you are affected by trauma early in life, it really affects your adult life. Now, if it happens later on in life, it's never easy, obviously, right? Or if you had some sort of neglect or trauma of some sorts that affected, your ability to fear of oneself and your stability. Especially if it happened during childhood, you carry that into your adult life, especially in the early years. Now, as you move later on, it was talking about, about how there is an opportunity where you can really fix it. But, when it's at young, it's very interesting. Oh, you guys, and I'm not a mental health counselor. Okay. So just note that. And I would have you consult a professional on this. But it was really interesting. For me, this is what I was listening to. And I thought it was so profound. And just how it sticks with you the rest of your adult life. And it takes a lot of, some people can change. And I believe it's, it takes some time, but it's very, very difficult. It can be a very challenge. And I guess it could be different for everyone, around. But, anyway, that was kind of the gist of it I was getting. I thought it was quite powerful. So it affected whatever this is. It affected your foundation and your independence and moving forward, especially your stability, recording your finances and such. Give me anything more. It's kind of like it was hidden. All right, it was hidden. I get Pisces energy, and then what else do I get? And then I get the Two of Swords, and now it's about making a choice. Now you're making a new choice, and what is this new choice? You've made a successful completion. Look at this. The karmic cycle is complete. You can close the generational time out. Guys, for those of you that have been doing your work, you're on a new beginning. You got the Fool card, you got the Magician card, and then you got the World, which is a successful completion. So you have a choice right now to move things forward in a fantastic way. The World is a success and achievement and accomplishment. So congratulations, guys. You've reached some sort of completion and fulfillment. And I get the Mother of Wands. You have shifted the change. This is the Queen of Wands. You've been strong, you're transforming, and you're birthing a new way of being for the next generation. And this is taking that, moving forward and transforming the energies and using that as fuel towards what it is, the redream that you want, the redirection of your new epic film. Okay. And what else do I get? Look at this. And what does it bring you? The end of, your film is a happy ending. That's how you see it. That's working with the universe, right? That's really working with the universe. Wow, you can rearrange it, write it, and redirect it. And that's exactly what you're doing at this moment here. Harnessing the power for yourself and all the courage that you need is in the muscle of your heart to create a brand new, not only epic film and the director of a brand new life and a new dream, but one that has a very happy ending. Wow. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Note your comments, like, and subscribe. And if you're looking for a personal read, click the link in the description box below. Until next time, namaste.